But for the time being, back to the studio with Mark and Rachel. Thank you, Mark. It is quite a tie, isn't it? Dimbleby-esque. That's a new one on me. We'll be back with you shortly. You fucking prick. What an arsehole. The worst 4 words a reporter will ever say are not thousands more feared dead, it's back to the studio, because by implication I'm not back in the studio, am I? I'm out here freezing my depressingly underused cock off. Meanwhile, back in the studio with stupid-faced Mark and inane-titted, grinned Rachel, on the sofa, not a very comfortable sofa, it has to be said, but, on a sofa with a mug. They get their own mug. I want a fucking mug. They filmed the One Show in there, just in there. Yeah, now that is a fucking gig. Yeah, because it's current affairs, isn't it? It's not news. There's not even a pretense of me, stood out here talking like this. Meanwhile, everyone at home knows that the shit that I'm spouting bears little or no resemblance to the actual truth. It's not news, it's spin. Everyone knows it. But the One Show, I'm here on the sofa with Giles Brandreth talking utter shit. It's a dream job. Dream job. No, I definitely wouldn't want to work for the for BBC News because they're shitting themselves, aren't they? They're running scared because everybody hates them. The Murdochs hate them, the government hates them. And, the government doesn't lie about hating them. They're conservatives. They hate the idea of a publicly funded broadcaster. Of course they do, But instead of fighting their corner, the BBC, they just kind of go, oh, we don't want to piss the Tories or the Murdochs off too much because they'll get rid of the licence fee. Well, sorry, if you don't start fighting now, this will all be gone in 10 years. BBC, it will be a subscription service where you can watch Cash in the Attic and clips of Del Boy falling through a bar on a loop forever, ad nauseum. No radio, no current affairs, no news, no nothing. And people will be like, oh, whatever happened to the BBC? Oh, they dismantled it bit by bit, bit like the NHS. The NHS, oh, remember that? Yeah. And the police and the welfare state. What's left? Banks and the military, and the royal family. I just wish they'd grow some balls, but instead, the headlines tonight. What? It's the drum beats. It's the news drum beats. Oh, Jeremy Hunt says that all student doctors that disagree with him are arseholes. Come on, grow some balls. I want 98% of junior doctors think Jeremy Hunt is a complete fucking prick, and we agree. The Sun newspaper's deliberately misleading recent front page regarding British Muslims' opinions on terrorism was basically an incitement of racial hatred. We'll be asking Rupert Murdoch live on air for an apology, a resignation, and for him to turn himself in to the nearest police station. Grow some balls! BBC, Big Balls Corporation. If you're going to go out with some integrity. That's what I say. And that's coming from a man who just admitted he'd like to host the One Show. So, I just want my own mug. Fuck, yeah, okay. Okay. Well, I'm here outside the BBC London headquarters.